October 19, 9:42 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Second stage of the trial for, my man Discount Wolverine over here. I'm not Discount Wolverine, man. We really did not gain much useful information yesterday. Hell, if I were to say anything, the information that we gained from the last investigation probably points even more towards him being the culprit, so, not great. Sure, Edgeworth is gonna have a field day with that. Oh, Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so, unhappy? Oh, nothing! Oh no, we're gonna lose. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? She looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. What? What did you just say? Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. No, it is not. October 19, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or the director. This should be easy. Poking holes in him? Easy as shit. The producer, on the other hand, much smarter. Will the prosecution state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make this Steel Samurai, noob, raffle.
Oh dear, it's another one of those.
Salmonella, I'm the director, television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking his testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Alright, the day of the murder.
I was at the studios around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was, doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Sucksores. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., and according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination, though I doubt it'll do you much good.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah. No steak, at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been tough. Phoenix! Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Actually, there is something bothering me. Mr. Manila, just now you said steak, at least. So you ate something other than steak?
Yeah,
Good call.
I had some chocolate in my pocket, which I used to stave off the starvation.
I see. Is that all? I was sure I was onto something there. You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one.
Huh, what's he sweating so much about, I wonder? Only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix! If his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. Right.
During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through.
In the employee area.
That's right. There's a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole time, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. Beat his ass, Evil Magistrate! Whoop it so I can slap yours!
Oh, she certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
Maybe... Right. Maybe we need to actually say that his statement there was contradictory, because I can't think of anything else. It's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila.
Huh? What do you want?
Sweats. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
Yeah. No, good call. Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. The steaks were delicious.
T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. I've suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during the meeting. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press him on that one a bit more.
We were in the meeting until around 4.
What were you discussing?
A Steel Samurai story, and her budget. Get this, our sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, their scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? All I did is add in big boobies.
Actually, yeah, I kinda can. So, nobody left the table during the whole meeting?
During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs.
You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one.
Huh, what's he studying so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a diddly darn second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break?
Oops, raffle.
Well?
Mr. Manila, what's this all about?
Well, yes, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, get a job! Great job, not get a job! Oh shit! If they took a break, one of them could have got to the studio during that time! But, boss, why do I need to get a job? I'm self-employed. You kind of left me your entire attorney agency, didn't you? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please.
Edgeworth is laughing maniacally again. That's never a good sign. This man is about to produce some sort of autopsy report that says, oh yeah, the only killer could have possibly been a TV star. No one else. Apparently they can determine that sort of stuff now at the coroner's office. The break.
Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, Raffle. But hey, it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 12 in base, that's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. It's just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams.
I don't think it would be even enough time for that, but that's just me. That's why I like eating sandwiches in between court meetings, because they're nice and quick, and I can hide them in my underwear.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, you heard nothing, edgy boy.
Do not call me edgy boy.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
The break.
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol.
I mean, yes, it would be. And why is that? That's it? That's what you were gonna... Okay, whatever, Phoenix, you're an idiot.
It's just only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams.
I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast.
Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I had to take my time eating that kind of food, lol.
Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to wring any kind of useful information out of it. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all?
Yeah, we took a break, Raffle.
What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death, so he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Oh, is Edgeworth catching on?
But it was only 15 minutes, that's only 13 in base 12.
What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak, what else?
There were 2 plates on the table.
Oh, right, the other one was, D. Vasquez plate.
Yep, okay, I got that one. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not really. I'll do it in 5. Although I suppose if it's cold, it would take longer.
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol.
Oh, but it would be, right? The autopsy room? Or the map? Nope, that's wrong. Fuck! Why is that? Oh, okay, I had to press him on that again, okay. Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1?
Well, Mr. Wright,
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
Ah! I don't know what to do here. I mean, I suppose I have to, because otherwise Powers is indubitably guilty, right? If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility.
I suppose you might say that.
Alright, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4, the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Oh shit, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the crime scene was blocked. The fallen Miss Monkey's head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey Edgeworth, but you have a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round.
Oh fuck! I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. What? It's over?
Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there are several other people in Studio 2 at the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1, and they therefore have no relation to the case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Seal Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
A witness? Oh god, Powers is dead for sure.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess.
Great! Fan-fucking-tastic. October 19, 11:04 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh, Mia does not look happy. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. Right, it's possible that perhaps there were more people who weren't at Studio 2. Perhaps I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Right. October 19, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Oh, nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. Oh, it's so much like you, Miles, always looking out for the children. Oh, me, right? Prosecutor with a heart of gold. Oh, but what if I told you that this child was actually, accused of murder? I will have that child locked away for life in that case. Oh, thanks for clearing that up. No problem. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. God, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates shall do. I'm sure you have many of those lying around.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just because you're all grown-ups doesn't mean you have to push me around.
Ugh.
Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with the gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you what you and Gramps with a beard over there?
Just... Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
I prefer being a gentleman, thank you very much.
A very, very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that was possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost?
Mr. Wright, that is simply the art of the deal. Naturally, you wouldn't understand.
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Also, the art designers didn't want to draw 2 separate sprites for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Don't question it.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record.
Interesting.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident.
Witness account.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that the old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get it to the studio, so I went home.
Right, he said he always carries his camera, right?
Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle, remember you are talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Alright, I think I know just where to push him.
If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya.
So you didn't have your camera on you? Cody always carries it. Yeah, that has to contradict that.
You child! You are wrong!
Phoenix! He said be gentle. Ugh. It's like... You just have a fucking child here, you know, you have fucking, the judge is like, oh, please be gentle. Edgeworth is, you know, trying his best to be gentle, letting him keep his camera. Mia sweet-talking him, and then you got Phoenix just like, slams the fucking table. No, that's wrong! Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Oh, that face. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
That's putting the pressure on too much.
What is this digital camera contraption you are talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see!
Anyway, Cody. I can believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a poor child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, a prosecuting attorney? That feels like it's strangely targeted. Are you saying I lie in court, Mr. Wright? No, of course. A good attorney such as yourself would never say such a mockery, of course. Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that?
So, you did have the camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were too busy watching.
What I saw. Alright, I think I know how to contradict this. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules.
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Right, this one's easy. Of course you fucking weren't. Contains photo of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I don't know. I know it's that one, but I don't know which line to do it on. I guess this one, right? Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Running out of health here, guys. Help? So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kind of don't remember. I was too busy watching Steel Samurai. I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How he did it? With a samurai kick, and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? Ugh. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright! How could this be? Can you explain how we might have missed something so vital?
That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer! We have ascertained that the young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why did Cody look away from the fight?
Here's my proof.
What's that? That camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too. Ah!
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at the camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye! What's your problem, Pops? You gotta think for picking on little kids. Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix! Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there's no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Me, I mean business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kiddo. It's talking all that bullshit about life and shit in the last episode. You're going down, kid.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. This Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held out my camera to take a picture. The lens weren't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyways. Right, I don't see anything that would be a clear contradiction, at least not right now, so I'm gonna try to press him first. Pops?
Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edtreth.
I guess I'm the bearded gentleman.
That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're so self-conscious.
Okay, off the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify!
Yipes! Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain.
So you did see the beginning of the fight?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely?
So I held out my camera to take a picture.
Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep.
That's all.
Yeah, I told you. I didn't take a picture.
Huh, I would have, once I got the lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I study through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow!
Oh, this feels great. I love bullying little kids.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
Huh, he's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. If you're still learning how to use it, how were you deft enough to delete the pictures? Right? Fuck, we're dead! Oh no. I don't think that won me any points with the judge.
That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendants, Mr. Willpowers, guilty!
Shit!
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Oh no, dude! Oh, Mr. Wright! Oh no, what have you done? I'm gonna go to jail for life! My entire career, it's all finished, man! It's all finished! No! Finally, it seems I've finally gotten revenge on Phoenix Wright for having embarrassed me at the last trial. Ah, shit, I need to skip forward through all of this. I'll be right back. Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
Alright, we're back. Jesus Christ, that took way too long. I have saved, though. I wasn't sure exactly at what point I left off, so that's why, but yeah, when he said that line, I realized, okay, yeah, now we're in new territory, so I started actually doing the voices. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over this foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory, and it's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Did you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all its pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. Which is why I think I figured it out. The Steel Samurai lost, didn't he? The evil magistrate won the fight, didn't he? Interesting. Because, like Phoenix said, there was a uncharacteristically low amount of blood at Studio One. Okay, that makes sense. But the fact that the Steel Samurai costume was disposed of always seemed kind of iffy to me. Because why would that costume be disposed of? Well, what if the man in the Steel Samurai costume was Jack Hammer, and he got killed by someone, and he got killed. Thus, the Steel Samurai costume gets drenched in blood. They take him out, put him in the evil magistrate costume, leave him at Studio One, and then they burn the Steel Samurai costume to ensure that no one finds it covered in blood. Am I onto something here? Let us see. No way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why are there no pictures in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted the photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost? But that's impossible! I watch the Steel Samurai every week, you know! He has never lost a fight in all the episodes I have seen!
Oh, don't tell me you watched that pathetic folly. Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses!
Like I said, young man!
He never loses to anyone, ever!
Your Honor, the witnesses revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take the picture, the same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose, yet to admit that what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Order! Order! I will have order! Honestly, Mr. Wright, I'm not sure I can handle this truth. To tell you the truth. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
I...
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. He didn't move.
Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on here?
Apparently, we've all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? Oh, we're staking our shit here. Hammer was the victim. The Steel Samurai was the victim. There was no victim. The Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's really quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
What? But he doesn't have the iconic Steel Samurai voice. How could he play the part? Order! So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought, but remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope! He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it.
Huh?
I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us quick.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. You look like you're gonna kill me.
No!
Here, this is it.
There it is. The Steel Samurai at Studio 2. Well, look how the turns have tabled.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix! Mia, what's up? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Right. So it is as I thought. perhaps the death did take place at Studio 2, right? Then the body was simply moved away to Studio 1 after the monkey was cleared. This is helpful for a lot of reasons. Because first of all, this means that if the murder took place at 2:30 in Studio 1, then that means that it most definitely could have been, and it most definitely was the people at the staff meeting that actually killed the Steel Samurai. However, he was then moved to to Studio 1 so that it would seem like it asked to give them an alibi. That must also be why they got the security lady to try to hide their presence, because if their presence there was known, it shouldn't matter. They could just say, oh yeah, the thing fell down, and then, okay, yeah, that's simple. But if the murder did indeed take place at Studio 2, then it makes sense why they would want to keep it secret. And I think I know exactly who the killer is. It has to be the producer, because like the kid said, like Cody said, he saw the Steel Samurai fighting a villain. Now, he never specified that it was the evil magistrate, at least not that I remember. However, he did specify a villain who there looks like they could be a villain. The producer certainly wears very eccentric costume that could be mistaken for that of a villain. Ah, it's coming together! Alright, let's see.
Phoenix, show him! There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts we know. With the facts as we know them in that photo.
Find the inconsistency in the photo. It's right there. Your Honor, look at this.
I see. A gate of some kind.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, correct, Your Honor? Ah. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible.
What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I love the judge. He's so great. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here, in Studio 1. However, what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo, Your Honor. Here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Here, at Studio 2.
I see! That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we have heard!
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse is true. Only someone at the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. I wonder who's gonna have the shocked reaction. Is it gonna be, the judge or Edgeworth? My money is on Edgeworth. Oh, neither, I guess. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on the day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There's a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. Alright, we're back. Right, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties with my headphones. So, yeah. My headphones have ceased to function temporarily, so I had to restart the game, and I am now headphoneless. In other words, I have absolutely no game sounds. I could play them from my monitor, but then the mic would pick it up, which would end up sounding like shit, so I can't do that. So I still have them going, you know. They're technically, so the audio is technically playing to my monitor, and I'm recording it through there using OBS, but I have my monitor itself, you know, the hardware itself, muted, so that you can't hear it. So it's gonna be recording the audio on OBS, and it will be recording my voice as always, but I won't be able to hear any of the audio, which is certainly gonna be a bit sad, but I'll have to deal with it, I suppose. Alright, anyway, let us continue. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Yeah, this one's dragging on for quite a long time as well. Fun. But I guess a lot of it is me retracing old ground and fixing my audio issues.
Order! Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbeck, saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume, then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not.
That would be strange.
Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I really don't have proof of that. Proof? I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. Phoenix! Even if you're not 100% sure about this, you have to try. And I think you've got proof that's good enough to win them over. Just go for it. All or nothing. Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Wright.
Actually, I do have proof. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. The sleeping pills? This is so tense, because, you know, usually in the game, when you get something right, the music will stop, right, to help, make the moment more dramatic. I can't hear shit, so I don't know if I'm getting this right, but let's see. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the bed in the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment! That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes? But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, fingerprint the bottle, examine Hammer's body? I guess fingerprint the bottle.
An idea! Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle.
Don't get your grubby mitts all over it and end up incriminating yourself, judgy boy.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, many things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? And who killed him? And why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Huh?
you will need to reconsider your stance on this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Wilt Powers.
Yes, you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned.
October 19, 2:47 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Whew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding, but you know, Mr. Edgeworth does like to go for the death penalty. Quite often, in fact.
Oh. That's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah, he is fucking terrifying.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right. Thanks.
To be continued. Alright! Well, that is interesting. However, the trial did reveal quite a few, details. So, okay, I have the idea that the murder actually took place in Studio 2, right? I had that much right, from the previous investigation. That's about all I had right, because I hadn't even considered the fact that Jack Hammer was the one in the Steel Samurai costume, although I really should have known, since he wasn't in the photos, right? Since one of the photos was the boy and the other one was the Steel Samurai, right? If that was the case, then where did Hammers go? Again, I also... Actually, I thought about the fact that Jack Hammers might have been in the Steel Samurai costume back during the first investigation. I don't know if I actually said it out loud, but I did think that. I guess I just completely discarded that theory, though, but it looks like that was actually the truth of the case. Other than that, yes, the confirmation that that the murder indeed took place in Studio 2 was huge, because it essentially reveals the entire truth of the case, in my opinion. The murder was definitely committed at Studio 2, which, I mean, just that fact immediately means that Powers is innocent, since he couldn't have gone there. And also the fact that he was seen fighting with a quote-unquote villain means that it must have been the producer who killed Hammer. The only question here, though, is why? Why did they fight? Now, according to Cody, the bad guy attacked first. Now, I'm not sure how credible that is, but it might have some merit to investigate the possibility. I don't know. We don't know why Hammers went to Studio 2. We don't know why he went dressed as fucking Powers. And we don't know why the producer killed him. But I'm guessing it's going to have something to do with that thing that Penny mentioned during the investigation. Well, yes, this is very good. I'm really liking this trial so far. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about my assumptions, I'm gonna say. I can't say anything about motive, but I can't say anything about the motives, but I think I have the sequence of events down pretty good, right? Hammer gave Powers the sleeping pills. Powers fell asleep. Hammer took the costume. He walked through at 2. The picture was taken. He headed to the trailer. The monkey head fell down. They were trapped at the trailer. something went down. The murder took place. Likely something that had to do with that spike. Now, I don't know if that spike was what actually ended up... Oh, maybe the murder wasn't actually intentional. Huh. Because perhaps the murder was an accident? That's a possibility. If the producer and Hammer got into a fight and he lost and fell backwards, or forwards, I guess, for that matter, but backwards makes more sense, really, if you think about positioning, onto that spike and killed himself on it, that would certainly be an interesting turn. Yeah, that could certainly be it, but I can't make any judgments on that. So I have no idea what... I have a feeling that spike is useful, but I have no idea what for. I don't know if it was a suicide. I don't know if it was, an accident. I don't know if it was a murder. Who knows? All I know is that the murder took place at Studio 2. After that, the monkey's head was lifted at 4, after which the people at Studio 2 moved Hammer's body into the Steel Magistrate costume and placed them in Studio 1 so as to conceal their guilt. Yeah, okay, very excited to see how this is going to unfold in the next 2 episodes. But yes, that's going to do it for this episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe to Team Buster, and, well, see you next time. Hopefully my headphones will work then.